Let's do this. Pardon me, I'm gonna squeeze by you. Welcome to Asleep and Awake. We kindly ask that you silence all cellular devices. We'd like to thank TheaterWorks, Arts Memphis, the Tennessee Arts Commission, and the Genium Foundation. Please join us after the show for an on-stage reception. Enjoy.
Do you dream? Everyone dreams. You dream an average of 2 to 3 hours every night. You may not remember your dreams, but alas, they are happening. It is yet undecided as to why you dream, but there are several theories. Some scientists say that dreams are a place our brains can sort through all the information we collect during our waking hours. Dreams are a place where we can sort through all the stimuli and decide what to hold on to and what to forget. Others think dreams have no meaning at all and are just the random byproducts of the brain's firings during sleep. On the other hand, philosophers, psychologists, and yogis alike have believed for time immemorial that dreams have very deep meaning. Dreams are symbols from the subconscious mind, from the collective mythology manifested into storylines, images, characters, and locales rich with meaning, symbols rising to the surface for our notice, for our own good, to help us in our waking life.
Do you dream?
Of course I do.
I dreamt there was a tall red candle burning a black flame.
This must be a dream. I don't want to be here anymore. And then I woke up.
Have you ever woken up in your dreams? Have things ever been too weird or too familiar or too scary and you just woke up but still fast asleep in your dream? The first lucid dream I had was when I was a junior in high school. I remember I was walking along this path. It was like something out of The Secret Garden. I mean, I never even read The Secret Garden, but I saw the book covers, and in my dream it was just like that. And as I walked through the garden through this low stone gate, I noticed that the handle changed beneath my grip. It was like a turning knob, and then it was more like a wrought iron knob. And then I looked up, and my friend Jeff was there. But Jeff had just died. Like, just died the day or two before. That's right. Oh my God. And I was so sad. We'd known each other since the second grade, and he'd killed himself on Valentine's Day. Well, the day before Valentine's Day, but we all found out on Valentine's Day. And I remember crying and looking at these cut-out paper hearts on the wall outside the main entrance of our high school. Anyway, in my dream, he was there, Jeff. And I was like, but he's dead. And somehow I knew I was in a dream. And I felt myself get pulled, like sucked into this new space. I can't describe it. Yeah, I can't describe it. But I didn't stay there long because then I woke up. But I was always curious about it. It was a feeling like I had never experienced before, to be awake in my dream. Do you dream?
Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
Everyone dreams. This is all a dream.
REM sleep
I dream
is
a
when
lot.
I dream.
Wide awake
I dream.
is when you dream.
Do you dream?
Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
Everyone dreams. This is all a dream.
REM sleep is when I dream.
Wide awake is when
I'm
you dream.
Do you dream?
Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
Everyone dreams. This is all a dream.
REM sleep
I
is
dream
when
a
I
lot. Wide
dream.
awake is when
I'm
you dream.
dreaming now. Do
Do
you
you
dream?
dream?
Of course I do.
This
Everyone
is all
dreams. REM
Wide
sleep
awake
is
is
when
when
I
you
dream. I had a dream that I had a twin, and we were warm and safe deep within our mother's womb, embraced by her all-encompassing love. Our bodies became accustomed to her daily activities, and we swayed with hers. We were rocked to sleep in the morning as she walked, and jolted awake by the piercing ring of the telephone at work.
Bring! Bring!
We were intrigued by the different voices that we heard,
Did you get that email? What email?
but hers, of course, was our favorite. No one will ever know just what your coming has meant, because I love you so. You are someone heaven has sent. You climb upon my knee. You're all the world to me. To me, you'll always be those little girls of mine. I'm dreaming that in the middle of the night we would wrestle. And practice our best kicks against her ribs.
When
this.
I can't do this.
You are doing this.
I can't do this.
You are doing this.
I'm dreaming that I'm holding my sister close, but she's being pulled away from me. And suddenly I am alone and being crushed. And then the security was gone. The familiar voice was gone. I had only my sister. But we grew up together and discovered our own way. I'm dreaming that in the end it was just the two of us. We became one with the earth, again embraced in an all-encompassing love. As we returned to glory. And then I woke up.
Have you ever had a dream so powerful it makes you doubt everything? I worry I sound crazy when I talk about it, but I dreamt that I had a twin. It was unlike anything I had ever experienced before. In the dream, it was like I was watching a movie. Like I was watching a movie, but also in the movie. I felt the presence of my twin. It was undeniable. The feeling of love and connection was so real that even now, years after I've had that dream, I sometimes still wonder, do I have a twin? Because when I woke up, when I opened my eyes, I was honestly confused. I was surprised to find myself where I was. You see, I had lived a whole other life. And ever since that dream, when I lay down my head in the usual position to sleep, I get flashes of her. Flashes of her I never met. I think about dreaming a lot. I don't know what it means to be awake. Every night is an outrageous adventure that feels so real to me that it makes me doubt this reality. Am I dreaming?
I dreamt I had 3 arms. Oh. I dreamt that I was typing on a typewriter. I dreamt that one of my arms was broken. Ow. I dreamt I couldn't hold anything in my hands.
I dreamt there was a dark figure in my bedroom.
I dreamt that I was 10. I dreamt that I was riding on a scooter. I dreamt that my arms all did the opposite of what my brain told them. I dreamt I had to pee. I couldn't open the stall door.
I dreamt I was in an outhouse and it really stunk. I dreamt I had no teeth.
I dreamt that there was a little girl knocking at my door, and she was asking me to play.
I dreamt that I ate a cheeseburger, and that shit was delicious.
I dreamt I was by the ocean.
I dreamt in Spanish. I dreamt I asked for a favore. I dreamt about my destiny. I dreamt that I was conquering the Sisyphean hill, battered and bleeding, but victorious. I dreamt of a tiger made of lava and steam. was letting me ride on her back. I dreamt I was living out my purpose. I dreamt I had finally made it into what I wanted to be.
I dreamt I was swimming in my grandma's pool.
I dreamt that I didn't have a physical body. I dreamt I was performing on a stage.
I dreamt that I was on a huge outdoor stage with thousands of people in the audience. And then a spotlight hit me, and then the crowd fell silent. And then the sky turned dark and stormy, and a plane came careening out of the sky and crashed behind the stage. So I ran to help, and then all of a sudden I was on a track, like in a movie studio with images of scenery running by me. And I saw bright lights and cameras and crew members all just silently staring at me, waiting for me to do something. But I didn't know what to do. So I just went to the food table and started rearranging the snacks.
Is that gluten-free?
Have you washed your hands?
Or vegan?
Yeah, we kind of.
I'm trying to do
Find
diet
some
for
section. All right, we're at the top of Act 2 for Hamlet 2. Ray.
Ciao, amici. Sono una ragazza. Vengo da Memphis, casa di Elvis.
You should try some of our gelato.
Oh!
Clean
it up! Clean it up! Clean it up! Clean it up!
And then I woke up.
Some people say that dreams can help us. But how? Well, the part of us that we present to the world is called the ego. It is always gathering information and deciding, what do I want to be? The opposite of the ego, you could argue, is called the unconscious. When we dream, our ego and our conscious self goes to sleep, allowing for the unconscious to wake up and express itself. The unconscious reveals itself to us in dreams as a collection of stories, images, ideas, themes, emotions, and sensations that flood our mind when we are in a paralyzed state of sleep called REM. Deep within our unconscious is what Carl Jung refers to as the shadow. These are the aspects of our personality that we suppress. The primitive, negative, emotionally or socially or religiously diminished parts of our human emotions. Impulses like sexual lust, power striving, selfishness, greed, envy, anger, or rage. Things that are completely obscured from us when we are awake. Jung says that everyone carries a shadow, and the less it is actualized in the individual's conscious life, the darker and denser it becomes. Now, there are many ways for us to meet this shadow, but every path to do so is a path leading inwards. Like, what do I feel? Or what do I believe? What constructs or contexts have shaped my ego? Or better yet, what am I really suppressing? Now, discovering these things are rarely easy and never painless. The easiest way to access the subconscious, irrational, mythic self is nightly in dreams. Every aspect of a dream is deeply symbolic, and it comes from our personal lives and from the public mythology. When we dream, it's like we are fishing into a vast ocean of mythology that goes down and down and down into the archaic depths of humankind. It is a vital part of our
into this conscious state? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
I'm dreaming now.
Have you ever woken up in your dreams? Have things ever been too weird or too familiar or too scary and you just woke up but still fast asleep in your dream? The first lucid dream I had was when I was a junior in high school. I remember I was walking along this path. It was like something out of this secret garden. I mean, I never even read The Secret Garden, but I saw the book covers, and in my dream it was just like that. And as I walked through the garden through this low stone gate, I noticed that the handle changed beneath my grip. It was like a turning knob, and then it was more like a wrought iron knob. And then I looked up, and my friend Jeff was there. But Jeff had just died. Like, just died the day or two before. That's right. Oh my God. And I was so sad. We'd known each other since the second grade, and he'd killed himself on Valentine's Day. Well, the day before Valentine's Day, but we all found out on Valentine's Day. And I remember crying and looking at these cut-out paper hearts on the wall outside the main entrance of our high school. Anyway, in my dream, he was there, Jeff. And I was like, but he's dead. And somehow I knew I was in a dream. And I felt myself get pulled, like sucked into this new space. I can't describe it. Yeah, I can't describe it. But I didn't stay there long because then I woke up. But I was always curious about it. It was a feeling like I had never experienced before, to be awake in my dream.
Kalahira, guide us home.
An earned fate before me. But it doesn't have to be mine. My blood is my sword, and I have a new song to sing.
Kalahira, guide us home.
It's just a dream, though. And I grieve for you. Raw sorrow at the gates. It would drown me if I spoke. My voice is my sword. Then I woke up.
Do you dream? Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do. Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Dreams. Everyone dreams.
This is all a dream.
REM sleep.
I do when I wide awake. Because when you dream,
dreaming now.
do you dream? Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
Everyone
This
dreams.
is all a dream.
REM sleep is when I dream.
I dream a
Wide
lot.
awake. when you
dreaming
dream.
now.
Do you dream?
Do you dream?
Do you dream? Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Of course I
Everyone
do.
dreams. Everyone dreams.
This is
When
all
I
a
sleep
dream.
is when I dream. I dream a lot.
Wide awake
I'm
is
dreaming
when you
now.
dream.
Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Everyone
This is all a
dreams.
dream.
When
Wide
I
awake
is
is
when
when
I
you
dream.
dream.
I had a dream I was in a hallway. A dark figure loomed in front of me, beckoning me. I found myself walking towards it in a hypnotic trance.
Is that me?
Is that me?
Wait! Is it me? Stop! Wait!
Is that me?
I reached for a branch from a nearby tree to stick in the river just to see how deep the water is. Who are you? I'm sorry. I can't find you, please. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Whoop. Is that me? Whoop.
And then I woke up.
Have you ever seen the movie Inception? Inception has become the extent of what most people understand about lucid dreams. But lucid dreaming isn't really anything like that movie. I mean, it presents a lot of interesting ideas, but being able to have that much control or put yourself into other people's dreams, that's a fantasy. Unless you're like the sort of dream yogi meditator that's devoted their life to the practice. Nah. But, in the movie Inception, they use this term, dream totem. I like this term, but I like to think of it a little bit differently than they use it in the movie. I don't mean a top that Leonardo DiCaprio spins to figure out if he's in a dream or not, because Leonardo DiCaprio has conscious control of that object within his dream. This is extremely difficult. So I mean, something a little different. Wikipedia seems to think that totems are these spirit animals or beings or sacred objects that serve as an emblem for a group of people, like a totem pole. Not a bad definition, but again, a little bit different. When I say dream totem, I mean an outside recurring person, thing, or theme that I can use to identify that I am dreaming so I can wake up in my dream, so I can become lucid. For example, lately I've been dreaming a lot about water. I dreamt that water was flooding my basement. I dreamt that I was walking down this big creek and water just knocked me over. I dreamt that I was drowning. And water serves as an emblem for the emotions, so I guess I got a lot of emotions to deal with. They keep on flooding my basement. They keep on knocking me over. And they are drowning me.
I dreamt I was taking a shower. Oh, I dreamt I had to pee. I dreamt that I could see the future.
I dreamt that I was in a movie theater, but also in the movie. I dreamt that they were cavemen watching a movie projected onto a cave wall. I dreamt I was performing.
I dreamt I saw a plane crash from the sky.
I dreamt I was with the cast of Entourage. I dreamt we were playing Monopoly with real money.
I dreamt that I was a boy, Alice in Wonderland, and a girl, Peter Pan, was invading my castle. I dreamt I heard the sounds of battle, and I rushed to see them. I dreamt that my voice was my sword.
I dreamt that I had the dopest friends ever because they would celebrate my birthday and they loved me.
We love you, Mommy Son!
I dreamt that I had the dopest B-Day party ever. I dreamt that I was a killer dancer. Ooh. I dreamt that it got so turned up. I dreamt that I did the wildest things without any regret.
I dreamt that I played the piano. But instead of sound, food appeared. Oh.
I dreamt my crush became my boo. I dreamt that we were eating dandelions.
I dreamt of skydiving, but it was more like falling for eternity.
I dreamt that I had Leia's hair buttons. I dreamt that I bounced back and forth between the stars like a pinball machine. I dreamt that I was in Firefly.
I dreamt that I was pregnant with twins. I dreamt that I gave birth to 2 sumo wrestlers.
I dreamt that I was breaking all of my own bones in order to fit into a suitcase because it was easier to travel. I dreamt I was in Amsterdam. I dreamt that no one understood my words. I dreamt of always having a home. I dreamt I had no family. I dreamt I was stuck. I dreamt you didn't know who I was anymore. I dreamt I was better. I dreamt I was confident.
I dreamt that I had a choice. A week alone or a week with only one other human being.
I dreamt I was alone.
I dreamt I was a tiny ball of light floating deep in the ocean. I dreamt I had to lead the way for schools of fish. I dreamt I was in trouble when a great fish tried to swallow me.
Ha! I dreamt they told us to grow corn. I dreamt it rained when we cried.
I dreamt I was peanut butter stuck inside an almond butter jar and I was undergoing an identity crisis.
I dreamt I was walking through a dark house.
I dreamt I had a broken foot. I dreamt I couldn't reach the door.
I dreamt I was throwing knives in Nova Scotia with Mickey Rourke, except he was also a bear.
I dreamt I was in a boat.
I dreamt we were in a tornado.
I dreamt Fitz leapt into my arms.
I dreamt water was filling the room.
I dreamt I was bleeding.
I dreamt we weren't together anymore.
I dreamt I was playing with my childhood self. I dreamt we were having a conversation about her deepest fears. I dreamt I had to tell her she had to grow up.
I dreamt that I could fly.
I dreamt that there was a waterfall and I was going over it. I was going over it. I was going over it. I dreamt I was awake. I dreamt I was awake. I dreamt I was... I was awake. I'm awake.
Do you dream?
I'm dreaming now. We don't have time. Just pick one. We don't have time for your moral dilemma.
Bubblegum in a dish. How many pieces do you wish?
4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa! Whoa! I don't know you. Whoa! Whoa!
Listen.
Whoa! Whoa! I was awake. I'm awake. I dreamt I was in a rave? I don't want to be in a rave. I want to listen to some good music. Whoa!
This one's for you, baby.
Them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose. So the Bible says, and it still is news. Mama may have, Papa may have, but God bless the child that's got his own. That's got his own.
Whoa! Whoa! Why am I back in this rave?
Maybe you'd express yourself through dance. Hey, you know the rules. No shoes, no service.
Whoa! 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 Maybe I need to express myself through arm wrestling?
Ready, set, arm wrestle!
Whoa! Yeah! And then I woke up.
Have you ever woken up in your dreams? Have things ever been too weird or too familiar or too scary and you just woke up but still fast asleep in your dream? The first lucid dream I had was when I was a junior in high school. I remember I was walking along this path. It was like something out of The Secret Garden. I mean, I never even read The Secret Garden, but I saw the book covers, and in my dream it was just like that. And as I walked through the garden through this low stone gate, I noticed that the handle changed beneath my grip. It was like a turning knob, and then it was more like a wrought iron knob. And then I looked up, and my friend Jeff was there. But Jeff had just died. Like, just died the day or two before. That's right. Oh my God. And I was so sad. We had known each other since the second grade, and he killed himself on Valentine's Day. Well, the day before Valentine's Day, but we all found out on Valentine's Day. And I remember crying and looking at these cut-out paper hearts on the wall outside the main entrance of our high school. Anyway, in my dream, he was there, Jeff. And I was like, but he's dead. And somehow I knew I knew I was in a dream, and I felt myself get pulled, like sucked into this new space. I can't describe it. Yeah, I can't describe it. But I didn't stay there long, because then I woke up.
I woke up. I woke up. I was awake. I saw the water. I saw the water, and I was afraid. And then it was like I just knew I was dreaming. I felt my body become enhanced. Like I was made of tiny drops of water. Like I had no boundaries. That is what it felt like. And I spoke to a dream figure, and he answered me. They say symbolically that we are everyone and everything in our dreams. Our dreams do come to us through our minds, after all, so ostensibly we must have some influence over every aspect of them. I like to think of our dreams as stories we tell ourselves in the movies of our minds. I wish I had known then what I know now about dreams. When I had that dream with Jeff, I would have talked to him. I would have asked him something. I would have asked him why he did it.
I dreamt I was inside God. I saw my most spiritual experiences on earth. One being that I got baptized at the age of 6.
God bless the child.
Suddenly, I feel my feet begin rotating, and it was like I was flying. And suddenly, the brightest sky was checking me out.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping. Go pop a phone, pop a phone. Turn around and drop a throw a plan. Drop it for me. I'll rent some beach house in Miami. Wake up with no jammies. Lost the tab for dinner. Who your You got it if you want it. Got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac, girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby, you deserve it all. And I'm gonna give it to you. Gold jewelry shining so bright. Strawberry champagne on this. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky
I
for
saw
you,
myself acting in a strange way that I had never seen before. This guy was trying to offer me some. And suddenly, I was flying.
You're a renowned educator.
You are a true activist in your community.
You're an actress who inspires the screen.
And then I was flying.
Time for work.
Where would this? And then I woke up.
Do you dream? Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I did.
Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
Everyone
This
dreams.
is all the
REM
dreams.
sleep is when I
I
dream.
wide awake is when you
I'm
dream.
dreaming now. Do you dream?
Do you dream? Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I did.
Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
Everyone
This is
dreams.
all the
REM
dreams.
sleep is when I dream.
Wide
I dream
awake
a lot.
is when you
I'm
dream.
dreaming now.
Do you dream?
Do you dream?
Do you dream?
Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Of course I do.
Everyone dreams.
This is all a
when I
dream.
I dream a lot.
Wide awake
I'm
is
dreaming
when you
now.
dream.
I dreamt I was in a hallway. It was a hallway I dreamt of before. I was afraid just being there, but there didn't appear to be anything to be afraid of. When I got to the door, I realized it was a mirror.
Hello? Where are you? Hello? Where are you? She needs my help.
When I turned around, I was back at the end of the hall. I realized I had been there before. I realized that this was not a real place and that
This is a dream.
I was ecstatic.
What am I going to do? I could fly.
No, too cliche.
I'd like to hear some groovy tunes.
Okay, groovy tunes.
This is a dream. This is a dream. This is a dream. Show me what I need to see. This is a dream. This is a dream. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I couldn't speak. She seemed familiar. Who was she? Who was she?
I didn't mean to.
Who was she?
I didn't mean to.
Who was she?
I didn't mean to.
Who was she?
I didn't mean
Who
to.
was she?
I didn't mean to.
When I was 5 years old, When I was 5 years old, I remember. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. She was me. She
It was
was
me.
me.
The little girl was me. The dark, scary figure was me. I know you didn't mean to. I know you didn't. I love you.
It was as if I was reunited with my twin, myself, embraced in an all-encompassing love. And then I woke up.
Thank you all for coming. We're going to have a little on-stage reception with just some food and refreshments, so you're welcome to hang out after if you'd like. Thank you. Thank you.